You don't need a lot of testimonials at all to scale your coaching business. And I'm going to show you in this video how I used not even a before-after photo to create a really just absolutely insane way to do a testimonial that most people are missing out on. Really easy, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we did the whole process. Every single coach knows that it's really hard to get the client to accept you to post their photos. Not all clients, especially a lot of women, don't want their photos out on a profile with 20,000 followers on Instagram. And so they rather just say no when you ask them for a testimonial. But the thing is, you don't actually need their photos at all. All you need are a few questions. I'm gonna show you the exact questions, and you just need to create a good story. The thing that actually sells, it's not the pictures, it's the story behind this. And this is exactly how we do it in my business that does very good with coaching women, a hard niche to get testimonials in. And I'm just gonna show you how everything works. So just pay good attention. So if you come around, first thing I'm gonna show you is our review page. So when the client goes to the review page, they have these questions. These are the questions we ask them for. We ask for a video review. So the thing we ask is, how did you have it before you contacted us? What made you contact us? This does one specific thing, and it lets the viewer know that, okay, this person had the same problem that I had. This person is struggling with the body image. It's struggling with weight, not gaining weight, but losing weight. For example, they want to lose weight, and they know it's the exact same reason. They see themselves in the prospect already. Then you have, what was the best part of the coaching and what results have you gotten? So this question, of course, shows the actual journey that the client has been on, because you from asking this question alone, the person watching will see both the journey of what the client has been through, but also what the client is actually seeing, the tangible results, the results of losing the weight, losing the waist centimeters, and just the pure physical results, right? And the strength, etc. And then the third one here is, how do you have it now compared to when you started? How is your life? And this is the most important. A lot of people is missing out on the first and the third one here, but you need to ask your prospect how they felt before they contacted you, the pain points, right? The things that the person watching is gonna say, wow, this sounds like me. And then how they feel now. How do they want to feel? Not only the physical results, but how it changes their life. How does it actually change their life? And that's what we have here. We're not using her images. We're not using anything. And this is Erlin, one of our clients. So we're not using any single image, nothing at all. We just asked for a video testimonial and asked for permission to share a bit from her story, which is something complete. It's so much lower, friction for the client to do this. So she sent us this 4-minute video. In this video, she basically just explains all the single questions in depth. So she goes through everything. It's a really, really good video. You don't need a 4-minute video, by the way. If you have a 1-minute video, it's completely fine. I've done this before with a 1-minute video, and it gets us a ton of clients every single time. But that's not all, by the way. The review is just the beginning. This is just the way of asking for these types of reviews to make it easier for you to actually have more social proof, because without the social proof, the people that you create your short form videos for, your stories for, it doesn't really matter, because if they don't really see themselves in the clients that you coach, see the success in the clients that you coach, they will always have doubt. They will always have price objections. They will always have time objections. They will always have all these different objections. They won't even hop on a call with you, just because they don't actually believe that you can change everything for them. It's almost always the doubt in you from a lack of authority, a lack of actual testimonials, or a doubt in themselves. And when you show them the story from a client, it fixes both, right? They can see that you create results for the person that they are, like they have the same situation, right? And you can show them the other thing, which is doubt within themselves. They're gonna think that, okay, it's not the right time now. I don't have what it takes. I don't feel like I will fit in this program. And when you show them your client, all those doubts will disappear as well, because they can see themselves in the journey. The client, Elin, she has had a really tough patch, really tough from when she started in our coaching. And even though her life has been so tough, she still succeeded. And this is the biggest objection of our customer group. It is the time and timing objection. Their life is busy. Elin's life has been more busy than any other client we've ever had, almost. At least at the top level. And even though it's been so busy, she succeeded very big. What does that tell the viewer? It tells them that, wow, okay, I can't actually blame the time right now. I can't blame that it's busy. Even though it's busy, we still have the way to make the client succeed. And it's also gonna tell them that, oh, I also felt the same way that Elin did. I also want to feel the same way that Elin does. Okay, so the second part is just filming a video. I'm gonna show you just exactly how our video looks. So this is the video. It's the same angle, everything's the same as we're doing right now. And just an intro with a presentation. She has crazy results, and then, very important to say this, they're gonna think that she has done Ozempic. They're gonna think that she's had the peaceful life, the best life possible when she lost weight. But that's not actually the facts, right? And I have to mention that in the start, because the single moment, the very moment, my English broke, but the very moment you say that someone has had a crazy result, people are going to try to excuse it immediately. It's gonna happen in their subconsciousness. And what they're gonna say is either maybe they say, oh, but that person probably had tons of time. Oh, but that person probably used Ozempic. Oh, but that person doesn't have a busy life. I just immediately say, she has had the roughest patch of her life. She has kids, she has a job, she has a busy life. Everything is not as it should have been. And even though it was like that, she succeeded very big. And that just disarms every single excuse the viewer that could see herself in the same results, that wants to get the same results. It disarms every single excuse they have to say that, oh, this wouldn't work for me from the start. And that's gonna keep them watching. It's really important. Okay, so then we move on to just watching the review, commenting, talking about it. Storytelling, just telling the story about what actually happened. So, for each part that she says, the first part, what made her reach out to us? We talk about the situation. How does this compare to all the other people that contact us, to the other clients? We just expand on it, and we keep disarming the viewer there. Then, when she talks about the best part of the coaching and the results, we just showcase the results. We use the graphs. No before after images, just the graphs as proof. And the thing is, they don't have the before after pictures. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because we use her face. So it's already personal enough to the point that people will see themselves in that. They won't doubt it the same way as if I just sat there and said, one of my clients, but didn't show a face, right? Then it could be just something I cooked up with Claude, right? Okay, here's what I've done the whole video. I keep saying that it's not about the amount of training she's done. It's not about her busy life. It's not about this. Just the common beliefs that my niche has, right? The common beliefs, the things they think actually solves their problem. I keep mentioning those things throughout the whole video, and I disarm them. But I keep also saying there's one thing, there's a single thing that's done so that Elin has crazy results, and other clients of us that also does the same thing that Elin does, also has just as crazy results, even though their lives are busy. And then in the end, I tie everything together, and the one thing for Elin was that she took action even when her life was busy, right? The whole premise of my coaching it's called storm secure. It's the point is to be secure in busy times when your life is busy. And that's what I tie everything back into. The reason she had good results is because she took action when life was busy, because then we could set up plans that actually fit her busy life and not just her perfect life. What's that gonna tell my dream clients? It's gonna tell them one thing, one specific thing. This is the exact solution I need, because every single time I fall off my program, and I talk about this constantly in my podcast, in my short form content. So this is something most of the viewers of this video are gonna be very aware of. The reason they fall off their program is because it's too strict. It's made for a perfect life, not for their actual busy lives. And everything's gonna tie back together to this video. And then I do a call to action. In my description, I have number 1, just a short explanation of the video, very short. Number 2, you could actually see it here, how short it is, if you come around. I have the short explanation. I have just get my guide with a link to a freebie specifically for my dream client. And then I have a booking link, just a booking link to booking in a meeting. And we haven't even posted this video. This video is not uploaded yet. And there's a reason for that as well. So the next step, now we've made our video. We need to get this video out on Instagram, because the women, they're not that many watching, at least in my niche, watching YouTube. So we need to tease this elsewhere. And Instagram is the platform for that. So here's my Instagram. I made a podcast episode where I go through the whole process we used for Ellen, a crazy transformation, and it doesn't get posted before Tuesday. But if you want early access, DM me the word process. And then before this, I had 2 days where I posted some crazy social proof, both from the community, but also from Ellen. And then we created this short form video. And this video is just the beginning. It's the beginning of the same video. So I went into DaVinci. I just changed the aspect ratio. I moved the pictures, and boom, everything was ready. This is just the beginning of the video. And this is the part, right, where I call out my customer, I tell them that I disarm them, and I tease them for what is to come. 15 kilos in 5 months, I'm gonna show you how. And I show the start of the interview and then the video cuts. This is gonna do one thing. It's gonna create curiosity. Very much. We've done this before. We had a crazy amount of comments. On some of our videos like this, we've gotten like actual hundreds of comments. And here, now we have 7 people. This is a very more bottom of funnel version of a guide. And it's a freebie for bottom of funnel, people that are already pretty close to converting. And this is gonna warm them up like crazy. 7 people that has gotten this so far. And this is just the early access. There's gonna be a lot more comments coming in. Most of the comments are from the last 4 hours or less, and I posted this for 6 hours ago. So more comments are gonna come in. We're gonna have a crazy volume of comments on this, and then they're gonna get access to just the not uploaded version on YouTube. So they're just getting early access. You can see now we have 8 views on this one right now, which is not crazy numbers, of course, but 8 people that are getting super warmed up. Imagine what that would do for your business. This is also just the beginning, as I mentioned. So the next step, and this is also really, really important. If you don't have a podcast, no problem. Just use this as a freebie and keep marketing it. But you should, if you have females, 30, 50, this area, you should have a podcast. Just create a podcast. Use transistor.fm, something, just a podcast tool. Create a podcast. Once a week, create a podcast episode, maybe like this. This episode, you could just upload it to Spotify as a podcast with the video. So all people on podcast can, on the podcast platform like Spotify, can get that shown in their feed. And it's gonna be a crazy title, right? Lost 15 kgs in 5 months, even though her life was crazy busy. Here's how you can do the same. It's gonna sell like crazy. Some of our podcast episodes we're getting thousands of listens on. And this one is probably also gonna get thousands of listens. Imagine warming up so many people with such a niche specific, and also bottom of funnel. It's such a testimonial, right? And we're gonna warm people up with that. So we're posting this to our podcast this Tuesday after we've already shown this to a pretty good amount of people with like the early access. And the early access aspect is just creating that herd mentality, which is number one, more people are commenting on this post. I also want to see what they're commenting for, so more people are going to comment. And the other thing is that you can get feedback from the episode. You can post the feedback when you post it live on your stories, tease it even more. Some person might write, you can just ask people, what did you think about the episode? You get feedback on your Instagram DMs. They're gonna say something like, oh, it was a really good episode. It was great because blah, 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 something. And you're gonna screenshot that, post it to your story when you post it on, my episode goes out Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I'm gonna post it on Monday night. I'm posting the episode early Tuesday. Then I'm linking to the episode Tuesday. What's gonna happen? They've seen the crazy comments we've gotten back from people watching it. They see the crazy title. They are gonna watch it. And this is the way you use just one single testimonial to warm up so many people. And you can reuse this. You can even use a testimonial like this without images in your ads. If you don't have other testimonials, just use them in your ads. And if you do have a few testimonials and are struggling to get more, use it. Just ask for a video feedback review and just create a YouTube video like this. Use the long form version. It's gonna convert so much more than any short form piece of content ever will, no matter what. And that's why I also recommend you to create the podcast. Have it in your bio. So when people come to your profile, have a code word in your bio and also have a link to either your podcast, or if you coach men, you can use YouTube as well. At least if they are younger, you can use YouTube in your bio. There you post your testimonials, you post your podcast thoughts, you post things like tips, long format tips, just like we're doing now. And it can be done so easily. And then again, you can use that long form piece and do what? You can crop it down to just one period of the video, and you can use that as a freebie. So when people get stuck, you just send one of your freebies that are specific to them. We're gonna use this a lot, this freebie. And the reason for that is because we have a lot of weight loss clients. When people mention that they want to lose 20 kilos, and they're not ready to get booked, we see that they're not ready to get booked. What are we gonna do? We're gonna send them this video instead. And that's just gonna create a crazy warming of the audience. And basically, every single time someone in your audience sees or in your niche, sees your story with proof, authority, your content with proof, authority, your DMs with freebies with proof, authority, they're gonna get converted just a bit more. You're gonna fill up the phone battery just a bit more. When it's on 100%, what's gonna happen? They're contacting you, they're sending a code word. They are asking you, how can I get started? And that's a call, that's maybe a sale, and that's maybe a client. So this is a method that can print a crazy amount of clients, and even if you have like a smaller profile. Like my Spotify is growing with a lot of people that are not following my Instagram and coming just from the podcast, for example, just because I post once a week. It doesn't really take any more than that. So if this is something you want help with, you can DM me on my Instagram account. You find it in the link in bio, and DM the code word system. I'll show you how we do stuff, see if we're a good match, and we could do a call and I could show you how we implement all these systems to make our clients gain a lot more coaching clients and get the retention, get the profit, impact, and freedom up. And if you want to keep on going on your own, just remember, take quick action, get those fucking testimonials going. They're golden for increasing conversion of clients. So, and have a nice evening, morning, wherever you are. See you in the next episode.